Okay, I turned the microphone on, guys. I'm trying to keep up to everything, and very good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night to whomever you are, and thank you for joining us on day 35 of the Icelandic volcano eruption. Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Just want to make sure my microphone is actually working. And I'm going to say welcome to, and I'll go in order of the way they came in here. Ziho, welcome. I'm glad you made that video so people know how to say your name. Welcome, Tom. Thanks for coming back. MG, welcome. Rob, RLC, welcome back. And thank you for sending that other video. We're going to work on getting that integrated, if you will. We'll take a look at some of the snippets from that. Alan La Rosa, welcome back. Appreciate having you here. Arizona Snowman, Morgan, thanks for coming. Hi, Cliff Helm. Any news about Bob? I hear you, sir. Okay, yes, we've got news coming about Bob. Don't you run away. Bob turned into pudding. We'll get to that. Anyway, who else is here? Steve is here. Welcome back. Lightning Strike here. LOL. Okay, good. Freeman is back as well. Welcome back, guys. If I haven't missed anyone, Sue Haynes is back as well. Thank you for coming back, guys. Anyway, it's Friday, day 35 of our Icelandic volcano eruption. Now, I didn't get to set up my times on this beautiful video that I guess it's kind of hijacked or borrowed or whatever you want to call it, but we're going to turn around and we'll talk about what happened and yeah, yeah, Rob, honestly, when I watched that, I thought, my God, it's gone. It's holy mackerel. But I'll get that set up for us shortly here. So, but we'll just do a quick talk. So some of you are probably interested in trying to find out, yeah, what happened to Bob. Bob got I guess a little soft on the behind. And it turned into almost something that looked like pudding and oozed out. It was very interesting to watch. But we do have that video. We're going to show you a little bit of that. But we also want to turn around and make sure that we don't step on any toes here with copyrights or anything. Because I did notice there was monetization on that, so we'll have a quick boo at the rest of it here just to make sure I get it lined up, and we'll only use what we really need to use here. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna flip through the channels real quick, or the other views, and see what's going on. So. Tonight we actually do have all 3 views back. Here's the far cam. Not sure what we're really going to call this one, but it's kind of a long distance shot there, and we do see what's happening there. And let's see, I had the other backside shot here somewhere. And oh, there it is. We'll push that one live, and it looks not bad. So Now I've got a few extra screens open here, or things open on my screen, so I don't see the chat so well. I'm gonna have to try to fix that somehow. I need another monitor, guys. My problem is finding time to get to a store to buy one. So that's the issue that I have. But anyway, very good evening to everyone out there, and glad you guys could all join in. And I'm going to see what I can try to do here with some of this time-lapse stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just actually play it for myself again here. I want to double check something, and actually in the time lapse they actually show it looks like just the water flow almost. That's how quickly it's flowing out. But anyway, I know you guys are dying to see this, so we'll get to it shortly though. I just want to recap and make sure I don't do something wrong here. We want to get, because I was looking at the earlier footage and it looks pretty soupy. So, but it does that. Okay, it's doing that for quite a ways. All right, so I am going to go through some of these things. Oh, the government is working on getting power there, but it's a bit expensive, but sensible. Okay, that would be really cool if they could get power up there. Let's see. Smooth and steady, yeah. Okay, let me see if I can line up the time sequence here. So RLC, Rob, were you thinking we can just show the flow, or did you just think stills off of this one? Because I think we can just let it show the flow, right? You know, we can probably play a good chunk of this and not have to worry so much. At least that's what I'm thinking. As soon as I figure out where, there it is. Gives you a timeline anyway with it. Okay, let me get my timelines. I won't be able to see the chat now because I have too many windows open here, but anyway, I am going to push it forward to our first time. And actually, I think I'll just let it run through here. So I'll be doing the controlling of this anyway. Play back once at. Oh, hang on. I didn't see what it is you said. I have too many screens open. Playback once at second speed, and or twice the speed, and then okay, playback once at 2 times, then again at normal speed. Okay, add details I mentioned. Okay, yeah, all right, then we'll play the whole thing is what you're saying, right? We want to go right from the beginning. So I'll set it for 2 times, and we'll get it lined up here. To hit the set. Yeah, I did. I got her set. So pushing it live, and we'll get it going here for you. So whoa, come on. Did it not push live? It's not pushing live. there it goes. All right, so this is at twice the speed, I guess, is basically what it is. And it's not a very long video, so we can watch it go through. Man, that stuff is just flowing out of there. That's crazy. Yeah, at 840. Okay. Okay. 840. Oh, we already passed that. There it goes. That's where it's happening. Okay, why did it stop? All right, it's going. Yeah, that just kind of oozed right out, and very, very interesting flow. Okay, I am going to stop it right there for a second and see what's underneath the chat here. Okay, because it looks like the remainder here is about the same now. Go back and show us a short live 3 web. Okay, so we'll set it back for regular speed here. And okay, and that was near the front of it, was it? Was that when they still had the quad display, or was that just after? Let's see if I can get it up there. There. Okay, yep, that's the, all right, I'm trying to, Bob's third vent at 811. So if we move to 811, that's somewhere around here. Oop, too far. Okay, we'll just play it on from here. And we'll see through to 811. Okay, it paused here by itself. Okay, now it's playing again. Okay, so why did it jump so far? 14. Oh, okay. The little baby vent right in the middle there. We see it. So you see that little thing sticking out there. Okay. The vent becomes flow from Bob north. Okay, so if we let it go to 850, and that'll move fairly quickly. And yeah, this is where things, it's just flowing out like crazy now. So that's almost like it's cutting it through and causing it to go. And there it goes. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that actually looks pretty awesome as it just flows through. And that's crazy. So then at 8:55, we see the whole wall basically collapsed. And once we got to, what was it, 9:12, Bob loses a quarter of his height in the one collapse. Yeah. So that is pretty awesome, guys. So I'm just going to run that back through here just on that collapse. So from the time we see the little guy from here on. So this is where that little flow starts to come out. And now underneath, and that's where it splits. And there's the gusher, and everything kind of oozes out. That is just awesome to see. Absolutely wild. So much for Bob. And here I thought we were going to have some different action on the backside. So that's pretty cool though, guys. And I think I'm going to stop it there, and we'll just kind of look at it for a second. Yeah, created a floating island, really has to. Yeah, that's awesome. So Bob's not doing so good anymore, I guess. And we'll get back to that. I'm just hoping it's not well, yeah. And we all remember what Flo's demise looked like. If I can find that picture real quick. Where was it? Oh, I know it was called Poor Flo or something. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Oh, there, sad-looking Flo. That's the one. Let's turn a few other things off here. And yeah, just as a recap, this is what Flo's inside look like. It's basically dead, right? So anyway, that's sad. We'll see if we can get us back to our live volcano though. So here it is. And Kim, welcome back. That was Bob. Yes, it was Bob. Online saying that the video was Rag and Nar. Is that Rag and Nar? That why is my mouse showing up there? I'm kind of curious if that was because that's kind of what it looked like originally. But oh, that okay. We got two Kims again. Okay, how about I do it this way? Since there's two Kims, how about I just say the better looking one? And we'll see that fight go on down on the street right away. Wow. Okay, what about Volcano is dead now? Well, that was Flo. That's the one on the furthest northern end. Is the one that was not producing anything anymore. The other ones are certainly going great guns because this is live video of what we're watching right now. So yeah, it was Ragnar. I'm the hot one. Okay, Kim. The hot one. All right. Well, I've never. I'm sure you're better looking than the other Kim. Angle at the beginning of the clip. Yes, actually, I was looking at that, and if we look um, at this, see, this is where I'm kind of thinking that what we were seeing there was um, rag and gnar, and that was the rag losing its back end. That's what I'm thinking, not Bob, because Bob would be further to the right. Anyway, we'll put this other one back on here for a second, and I'm not trying to be weird here, but it's just that's what it seemed like to me. If I push this live, we can look at this screen here with the video in it. And I need to get myself back to my single or classic mode here so I can get my whiteboard to work. Okay, so looking here at camera 3, that camera is looking at rag and gnar because Bob is over here, and rag and gnar were sitting right here at the end of the cliff. So I'm thinking that's what we were looking at, because that would be more logical if we're looking at that. If it makes sense to you guys. At least that's kind of what I might be thinking. But I don't know. What do you think, Rob? You know, when we look at the camera angle, and I always thought, because we have right beside it, like if we go further in the video, we can see Sif is right beside that as well, right? So, you know, if this is rag here, that's gnar, Sif, and hell. I don't know. Am I wrong? But regardless, that's I'm not worried about who it is. But man, that really lost its backside. It just poured right out. I thought Bob is further over on the other side here, creating that other smoke. So I'm not sure, but when you look at it that way, I think it might be. Anyway, let's get back to our volcano here. So if we can, that looks pretty fiery. And I'm going to leave it right there for a few minutes. My voice is starting to crack, so I need to take a few minutes break. And thank you, everyone. We'll be right back. Okay, and turning the microphone back on. And I've put my scribble up on the screen again here to help point everybody in the right direction, and hopefully we're all not lost right now. So this is the backside view. So that's kind of what we've been looking at for the last couple of days here. So pretty good. Wolf, as far as I don't know what's left coming out of Wolf, but it was pretty much deemed dead before, so it's not even smoking anymore from what I thought they were saying. So yeah, that northern end there kind of seemed to die out, and the activity is pushed back towards Bob, if you will. So if we go back to the other view here, and of course you can see the whole lineup, and Bob is whoop, I guess that didn't lock into place properly. There we go. And we'll try this again and see. Okay, so Bob is over here. Oh, blue, cool. So that's what's coming out of Bob. Now, if Bob actually blew out back here, and I don't know if that would be Bob. To me, it looks like we're over a little bit. So but it is very, very possible that Bob also blew the back end out, and what we're actually seeing here on that other video was the backside of well, actually, you know, when you look at this, you kind of have to wonder what's going on here, because I think Rob is actually right. Because if we look on the okay, check chat bar once a minute. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. You're right, Rob, if you're still in there. But you know, it's so hard to tell. Whoop, that mouse. Oh, that's the other capture screen. That's why. Okay, I wanted to actually scribble on this one here, so give me a second. I'm going to change it to yellow so we can see it a little bit better. So Bob was over here, right? And Bob Jr. we don't see anymore, and that was about there. And this would be Bob. Oh, actually over there where the smoke's coming out. Sorry, bad arrows. Anyway, get rid of the whole thing. Start that again. There. Where the line's going? Bob. And then Junior was here, JR, but we don't see him now. We do see there's a problem back here, right, with the way this is structured. So I'm wondering if it did blow that backside completely out, and that's what we were watching here, unless they've moved the camera. Now I know they did move the one camera, the one we're looking from. Right now, this camera was moved further up and back, further up the mountain. So they were getting a little bit too close to the lava there. Also, okay, what else did I want to? Okay, so if here, this would be rag. This is NAR. This is SIF. And Hell, which from this angle is only doing a little bit of smoking, and he's still got some flow coming out of there though. This stuff down in the front here, this looks like it's coming from there roughly. But also this here, we don't know if that's just overflow from coming in underneath the cooled lava or not. So it's interesting to see how this is all panning out. And remember what I was saying, this front area here was going to have to fill up, and that's probably why they moved that camera. You know, I'm I'm looking at it too, but when we looked at it, the back of Bob had a very, very unique and nice shaped cone. So this is where I'm not quite understanding it. To me, this looks more like from the other one, from that other video, looks more like rag blew its back out kind of thing. So where are we here? I gotta find my right screen to bring that forward. Okay, that's in that one. All right. I'm gonna clear this, and we're just gonna look at that screen for a second. So if my whiteboard works on here, let's see, we'll get that going. Copy, remove, paste, and we'll try it. But I mean, this definitely looks like the background from Rag and Nar, but they would have been a little bit, well, it's so hard to tell, guys. It really, really is. I wish we had some daylight shots of the other camera, then we could maybe tell, but let me just go back to, oh, hang on, which shot am I going back to here? Or this one. Come on, change there. See, what I was looking at was, I'm going to just scribble on here, was the top of this. And then we see this hump in here, right? And the way this came down, and that we can see. So if we go back to that and look at it, and here we got that same hump going up there. So I'm still thinking that this is back of Rag that actually blew out, but I may be wrong. Anyway, I'll put it back on here and get rid of my scribbles and squiggles, and I'm gonna get back into the chat here to make sure what that looks like, Jim. I'm not quite sure understanding what you're asking. Let me just go back through the chat here. There's a few people that came in. Jaris, welcome. Ellen LaRosa, I think I already said hello to you. Dexter, Trojan Pony, welcome you guys. Welcome everyone who's snuck in that I didn't see. Jeffrey Anderson, welcome back. Deborah Witt, welcome. Let's see what else. Who else? Diane, welcome. Saron, welcome to the chat, our channel, and the stream. And I'm glad you guys are all here. Just to give you a quick recap of who I am. Okay, that wasn't Bob. We know that because the flow is coming out both ends. We've swapped the camera position. It was Rag and Nar, not Bob. Okay, that's kind of what we came to with our detective work here, Rob. It's no biggie. I mean, it still could have been in that sense, but I thought the shape of the cone on the back side of Bob was more of a true cone on the back side. It hadn't been demolished yet, but we're all good. We're all good. This is not a biggie. It's just it's still awesome to see that ooze out of there. Looks like Bob 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that's about right, Jarvis. Long live Bob and God save the Queen. Okay, there you go. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's still a very interesting view, and to see, as much of the format as it flowed out of there, that was still pretty right on. So I'm just trying to back it up to the right spot here, and then we'll throw it in here again, and just hit the play button if I can get my mouse back over there. And yeah, this was the point where it just started oozing right out, and so it split open, and it just melted the underside of all that lava, and there it goes. So that was, yeah, Rag and Nar both joined together there, and so it looks like they're becoming one, which is going to be interesting. We'll see what happens with it, guys. I think that's pretty darn awesome. So that looked, the cone floated away and looked awesome. Yeah, that is actually very, very cool to see. So yeah, and that's basically the gist of what it's doing till right to the end of the video. But anyway, I'm gonna throw back onto one of the other ones here, our faithful front view, which has been moved up the hill. So I guess to save the camera, so we don't have a Bob cam repeat, if you will. And it does look pretty cool. Mike is back. Welcome back. Jonah, welcome back. Freeman is still in here, and he's speaking Icelandic. I don't know what that says. I'm assuming it's something like greetings or something, but I should try learning that sometime. That would be interesting. I mean, if I can twist my tongue around German and a bit of Russian, I don't think it'll take too long to get Icelandic. It's all in that Viking blood we have. Oh, Ragnarok. Yeah, that's about it. Just saying good evening to the new Icelander in chat. Okay, well, thank you, Freeman. And yeah, I don't know how to say good evening in Icelandish or Icelandic, however you want to pronounce that. Oh, there's still 2 separate vents. They've lost. Okay, they've joined the cone basically. That's kids. What happened when siblings fight while sharing the bedroom? Yeah, there you go. A couple of siblings. Oh, Well, as long as they're going to get along okay for the remainder of the time. You know, what we see here, actually what we see in this backside area is it almost looks like, well, maybe I can use a different color here, sorry. We'll try a red. No, red might not be so good either. Oh, we'll go with a blue, I guess. So we can still see that it's kind of regained an oval shape here already, right? And you can definitely see that this is a separate vent up here. So Nar is still his own buddy, but you can see the outline of the crater basically, you know, that it's formed. So yes, they are kind of sitting together, but you don't know what's going to happen. It may be, you know, with Rag throwing out so much all the time here, she may continue to melt that front area out, and whatever Nar throws out to try to rebuild is going to get literally get washed away. Oh yeah, hey, I heard it. He was landing just over here in the park. Darn omnidirectional microphone anyway. And oh, who was it that was in here earlier? Tom, if you're still in the chat, my microphone is a Yeti. Yeah, just so you know, a Yeti Blue. Anyway, it's all fun. Yeah, they're coming back. I guess they can't find a landing place. Darn R22s anyway. Just because they have a higher rotor shaft, it makes them that chopper blade whoosh more, and you hear that heavy chopping, eh? It's because the blades are actually a little higher above the body of the aircraft. Not like when you get into one of the other ones, like oh, never mind. I don't want to talk helicopters. Get back to what I was doing here. Okay, so yeah, this is just absolutely awesome to see. And I was gonna throw up. Let's see what we got on. So this is our far back side there. And that's looking across the way. So in the foreground in this picture, will my, oh no, that's not locked yet. I had to redo everything. I had to update the computer today, so and luckily I had enough time to get everything reset here, but had a few issues with things not set up completely. But anyway, in the background, you'd let me know. I will close the window. So okay, I should be able to print. Okay, yeah. So in this picture, so what we're seeing back here, this should be hell, and right behind it here should be Sif. Okay, and then of course we can't see the other guys who are hiding there, and then Bob would be over here somewhere. And this extinct mound, well, there would be two in here. Wolf would be in here, and this V here is depicting flow. So that's what's left of flow, and you can see her outline. So, and then that would have been Wolf behind it. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, basically dead donut. Um, Now that changes the flow patterns, of course, if the activity is going to continue down on the other side, and I'm going to be curious to see what the next few days bring with outflow, and maybe tomorrow if we can find out what the flow looks like with a satellite shot would be really cool. Now tomorrow, just to let you guys know, tomorrow is Saturday, so we're gonna have a 4-hour stream instead of a 2-hour stream. So that'll be a little bit better. But again, I have to forewarn everyone, I am on call, so I may have to cut that short. It's just like this evening here. Luckily, so far, no calls. I've been doing very good. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully nobody calls, knock on wood. And we should be all right for our 2-hour plus stream. We'll see how long this lasts. I mean, we're doing good tonight, and I really do like doing this. So we'll see how far we get. But I do have bunny duty to do tonight, so that's good too. And I did manage to pick up another bag of bunny food for the rabbits, so we're good. Dr. Fox has a nice voice. I understand people want to sleep while Doctor is talking. Jaris, actually, my girlfriend there, lady friend, is the same way. She can sit there and listen to it, and it's soothing, apparently, is what they're telling me. So I don't know if I put people to sleep or just what happens, but hopefully you're not sleeping. Hopefully I'm emphasizing once in a while that it gets a little louder and you wake up again. Data soon. Saturn and Jupiter, Earth have aligned this summer. Crazy volcano activity. Okay. Well, I don't know whether their alignment will have anything to do with the volcanic activity. No correlation as of yet, if you know what I'm saying. I'm still able to write, so I'm okay for now. Okay, Charles. Excellent. Anyway, guys, yeah, I haven't said that tonight at all. If you're enjoying what you're watching and you like the stream, by all means, do hit the like button. Give it a thumbs up. It does help my ratings out a whole bunch, and I really do appreciate it. Also, if you're new in the chat and you have not yet subscribed and you want to see more of this, by all means, hit that subscribe button, turn it from red to gray, and make that happen. So, up to you guys. But I am going to take another break here. Voice is starting to go. And when I come back, we will talk some more. And I'm just going to say there's a couple more people that popped into the chat. David Brown Eyes, welcome. Who else came in? Tony Queso or Caso. Hope that I said it right. And let's see, did I miss anyone here? Lexter, David. Going up the thing. Okay, I did say data soon. Okay. So, yeah, I think I got everybody. So, I will take a break to save my voice. And I will be back in about 5 minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere, and we'll go do a little recap on that other video and have a look at it so you can see the backside or whatever you want. Yeah, I guess. Do we really want to call it a backside? I think it might be the front side because it's always faced this way. So Nevertheless, we'll watch it slide away. Two-bird alignment. Okay. Last 100 years of volcano activity and planetary temperature, and you're going to have the same data I find. Okay. Well, we'll have to look into that. Okay, I will be back in a few minutes. Who said who? Who said what? Who said that? Who said what? Okay, I'm not sure what you're asking there, Rob. Okay. Backside is funnier. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, guys. I'll take my little break. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Oh, Kim beat me to it. Lava the Hut. That's exactly what I was just thinking. Oh, oh, fantastic. Oh, just watching this chat going by, giggling. It's all right, guys. All in fun. All in fun. Uh, so, all right, we'll stick to the backside. Oh, I guess the front side has. Oh, never mind. I'll stay away from that. Jabba is dangerous. He's all backside. What do you think happens? Oh my God. Oh, okay, Kim. Gas masks, guys. Everybody, put your gas mask on. Yeah, even you, Nightbot. I think you're gonna need it. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's flip back through our scenes here and see how we're looking on the other views. And I wanted to see our elevated front view here. And this is actually pretty hot looking. And one of the things where, you know, they put that camera up a little higher, which is great. It saves the camera, but the smoke also goes up a little higher, guys. So, especially, well, the wind is coming this way. That's why the other backside cam is clear tonight. So, but you can see the activity, and what's amazing is If you're looking over on the right hand side there, you can see back behind Bob back here that that lava is filling up that area. And to me, that's interesting. This is what I was thinking was going to happen. This whole area is going to build up and level itself out, and then it has no choice but to start flowing out of the valley here. Whether it chooses the east side, and that's probably the likely place now, looking at what's happening. So it'll come out of that east vent, or east valley, I should say. And I'm trying to find the little picture of that we had here, but it'll take me a few seconds to find that, if everything cooperates. But it is, oh, okay, the smoke is starting to blow the other way. Yeah, I wonder if Bob is rebuilding himself, because we don't see too much out front here anymore. If it's slowed down, remember what I was saying, if your flow slows down in there, and you're only getting the occasional spurt coming out and throwing a few chunks of lava up and out, and that all sticks and doesn't get heated up and washed away like what we watched in the earlier video. That's what builds your cone, right? So if yes, Miradalish is the valley to the northeast, absolutely correct. And that's what I'm hunting for right now, trying to find the last satellite image there that I had of that area. And I'm not sure where I put the darn thing. Okay, that's not the right ones. Coastline. Okay, I'm still hunting for it, guys. Okay, this one here was one that we can actually look at, and I'll just use this, so that should work. If I can pop that in there, and we'll have a look and see here. I'm gonna get my crayons working, if they'll work. Double check this thing and make sure it's not gonna slide away on me. Anyway, what we were looking at was the outflow coming this way and then possibly heading in this little trench here, and heading back into Miradalish up on this side. So if it heads this way, it could, I don't know exactly the lay of the land, whether it has to go around anything, or if this is actually the start of that little trench and then it goes down. And this is the area that we're really interested in once it starts heading down here, right? That's where we're going to see the major flow, or a fall, a lava fall, if everything works right and it's got enough speed. That would be really, really cool to see. So anyway, we'll throw you back on the other screens here. We'll go to the far view first, and it's getting a little darker there, but not as prevalent as before. Maybe some smoke happening in that direction as well. And yeah, you can see it over on the left-hand side of that screen. That smoke is all drifting, well, towards this camera or slightly slightly that way. So yeah, we can do that. Lava flow. I have to switch that back though. Hang on. Oh, come on. This thing is going. Okay, as soon as I find which screen I threw it into. Was it this one? Okay. I'll have to dig for it here. I thought it was in this one. Anyway, we'll just use this one for a second. But that's not the one we were actually looking for. I wanted to see the other one. Okay. But that's still the same kind of direction. It shows you where things are headed. We'll throw you back onto one of the screens here while I try to find the other one I was looking for. Always a possibility, Daryl. Always. You know, if we have more seismic activity, we could even have something opening up over in the next valley, kind of thing, or on the side of it, because of the possibilities of the earthquake activity that was to the south a little bit. And as soon as I find where I put that, I will get to it. Let's see. Is this the one? No. Okay, this is all the peninsula earthquakes. All right. I'm looking for it, guys. I will find it. Okay, so this was the other one there that showed the additional flow, and of course showed flow and Ulf as being dead vents up there. So, but that's still not the one I was looking for. So we'll put you back onto the frontier. Is there a chance that the different calderas might erupt into one huge fissure, giving an increase? Lunar aria. I'm not sure if I said that right. Anyway, everything is possible, but I don't think I don't believe that this is going to create just one huge cauldron and start building a massive cone. You know, something the size of Mount Fuji kind of thing. I don't think that's going to happen. I think this is going to be spread out, and there's still too many places for the lava to flow right now. And as we were looking in the other maps here, and I'm kind of looking for, Rob's going to send me the latest one here. So I was going to bring up the, we also had that lava animation. I don't know if that's not really the one we wanted, but it gives a little bit of an idea of how it built up and flowed out. So yeah, I'll just let that run for a couple of seconds here, so you can see how it builds up over time. And if you watch the dates on the bottom, it definitely increases it. So from March 20th on, all the way to what was it, April 18th? Yeah, was the last one on that one. So definitely increased that way. Let's see if we can find where the other one is. Oh, the one I'm looking for. Yeah. Oh, okay. The cauldron would be underneath, right? With these are vents coming up from way, way, way down below in the crust. Okay, where? Oh, okay, not seeing it. Oh, darn. Okay. And let me see if the email has... No. Okay, just gonna get this thing back to one of the other ones. The back side, as soon as I can find where I put it. Holy mackerel. And it's starting to really glow. Sending you for tomorrow's stream. I'm in bed already. Ask Kim. Kim, did you send him to bed already? Oh, okay. And I don't know which Kim did it. Okay, missed some of this other stuff in here. Hey, isn't it Saturday tomorrow? It doesn't matter if he stays up a little too late. Or actually over there, it's almost, yeah, it'll be after midnight now. We're into day 36 really right now already, by 15 minutes or so. Yeah, it sure does look pretty. So just so you guys all know which one's what here, I'll just relabel them really quickly. On the far side, we'll have hill over here, and then there's Sif is right there. This is Nar, and this is Rag. Okay, and Bob is off in that direction on the side. Bob will be over there. And then on the other side is where we have our two dead vents, which is Flo and Wolf, right? Okay, there we go. That's just so everybody can get their direction. And The camera view is almost south, I think, or a little bit slightly southeast. That should be good. It's 10:15 a.m. there, Susan Grant. Wow, where the heck are you? 10:15 a.m. I'm trying to figure. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Where's my time thing? That's got to be like in Australia or something. Across the international date line. Tasmania. That's what I thought. Somewhere down under. Okay, very cool. And thank you for joining us, Susan. We appreciate it. Nothing more that we have heard of, Luna. Basically, it's we know that Flo and Ulf are completely done because we've seen the actual photographs. Down under, down under, down under, down under. Yes, that's really far down under. Yeah, Tasmania. I actually know a few people from Tasmania. One of my mods is actually from Tasmania, so it's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got in here. Australia. Yep. Oh, 10:18. Okay. Octrum, welcome as well. Let's see. So, I was just going to mention here, though, we see the amount of flow that's coming out of Rag and Nar, and combined, they look like they have the equivalent of about what Bob had originally there. And the flow pattern, I think this is rubble from our earlier collapse right here in this foreground shot. I'm not sure. It may be this little mess here as it pushed it out. But I should I'll set that one back up, and we'll watch that again, just so we can see how it destroyed it. So I'll get it in the right place here, and oh, hang on, that didn't work. I'll go back here for a second, and I'll have to split the stream again. Did you feel the earthquake off the coast of Tasmania? Welcome, Dominic. And I personally did not. I'm too far away. And I know you're talking to Susan. So go for it. While I do my thing here, hunting my picture. Well, I'll throw this one up here while I'm looking at it, so we can get a little better guesstimation of where the lava fields are, and where our poor farmer lives down there, and nearest town. And of course the funny looking lawnmower blade kind of shape there, that's the safety zone, and you can see the red dots in there and the two black dots up on the top right, or sorry, yeah, top right hand side here, in that blue circle. That's our lava field, and that's where everything is happening. And poor farmers down the valley, he's eventually going to get some lava. Unless this thing stops dead now, he's eventually going to get lava going through there, and it'll be a sad time for him, but we'll be okay with that. because it doesn't affect us. So we'll get that thing back on the screen for you, and I will see what happened to my other capture here. For some reason I'm not seeing it. Ah, there we go. So, all right, we're going to do this again. So I'm going to push this live so you guys can see this as it broke down. And here we go. So just watch that centerpiece just slide out. They zoom in a little bit with their camera just before it happens. And you can see that flow. There you go. And it's almost like that whole centerpiece just slides right out of there. The bottom is melted off of it, and then you get the extra flow from NAR, from its little cradle that it had created there. So it is pretty awesome to watch that slide down like that, and it creates that big side opening. So now, if we go back to the nighttime shot, it kind of will depict this a whole bunch better for you after you had seen that one, right? So let's see if I can get the right one back on the screen here. And okay, we'll push that live. So that's kind of where we're looking. And okay, this is back to the live view. So of course it's a heck of a lot brighter at nighttime, and that's why it looks like it's more intense. So what people believe, okay, daytime everything is gonna push more. My British fingers are Bob backside. Okay, guys, if you like Doc's voice, my British fingers or Bob's backside, do us a solid and like us. Okay, with your thumb. Thumbs up. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's Luna. That's just about what it is. It's like concrete just melting away. But what I was getting at is just that positioning. You can actually see the way it's sitting now, and that was basically that same cone as what we were looking at. So, but it may have increased a little bit because it is a lot brighter than what it was, or what's happened here is we may have had the wind blowing some of that smoke back this way, diffusing our light a little bit more, and that happens too. So there's all kinds of little aspects that we have to look into here as we're watching the video, right? So okay, seawater would salt the soil of the farm, rendering it unusable. Why are you putting seawater? They might be... Okay, save the whole town and the harbor that way. Actually, Luna, the salt water, if it's not left and left on there, and you let nature take its course, and it rains again afterwards and stuff like that. That's not really much different than putting a whole load of fertilizer on there, and so in some areas may not like it, but other areas will just absorb that. One thing though that you do have to remember, that your soil, and regardless of where it is, if you take the salt out of your soil will become weaker. And it's funny that we mentioned concrete before here, but if you ever watch mudslides, the salt content in the ground is a lot lower on these where you have mudslides going out. And hey, Thomas P, welcome. You're late, but that's okay. We saved you a chair, not a worry. Yeah, it would leave the salt behind, which would kill practically all plant life. But your plant life is going to regrow, right? As soon as you get another rain, Luna, your plant life would be back off to getting going again. Unless you're letting it sit and drown in salt water for a few days, that's a different story. But if you're basically spraying it on there, and some of that salt does get in there, it's a vital element within the ground, and part of the nutrient chain for a lot of these plants. So, but anyway, getting back to mudslides and landslides, especially mudslides, if you remove the salt from your soil, all of a sudden the speed and viscosity of your mudslide will increase greatly, because that salt actually acts as a binding agent, as well as a desiccant, which is basically it absorbs water. So if you remove all the salt, all of a sudden now you have your moisture level go up within that soil, and you also have, like I say, it becomes a kind of a soup almost if you drown it at that point, right? And that's what causes a lot of the major mud flows. If you go do soil sampling and you find low salt content, that's usually a dangerous area. So salt sucks. Well, no, you want to have salt, but you don't want to drink salty water either, right? But you need to have that salt in the ground. Otherwise, your ground turns into quicksand. Okay, absorbs. Yeah, it's a desiccant. So absorbs moisture in that way, but it also has chemical reaction to help solidify. I wouldn't quite call it a sponge, but kind of the same idea. So it will work. Anyway, I'm going to take another few minute break here, guys. My voice is starting to get nasty again, so don't anyone go away. For those who don't know, I am DrFox2000. You can call me Doc for short in the chat. I am an amateur geologist as well as a prospector. I do like to go out and dig for gold and precious stones of sorts, the diamond kind of things. And God forbid I ever find a decent opal. I have found things like jade and sandstone and so on. So I have a real fascination with that, and of course with volcanoes and plate tectonics, all those nice things. That's just a little recap of who I am and what I do. I don't claim to be an expert, so we have a whole bunch of good people here, and they they know a lot of stuff in the chat. So if you do have a question, you can throw it in the chat, and they will help you out, especially if you have something specific to Iceland. I am actually 4,000 miles away. I am in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and restreaming the mbl.is stream, which is actually this one here that we're looking at, backside stream, as well as the front side, which is from ruv.is. And if you guys want to support them and give them credit for the streams, thumbs up for them on their channels and so on, by all means. But for now, I'm going to go take a break just so everybody's where they need to be. And don't go away. I will be right back. Thank you. Okay, guys, I'm back and just reading back here. Yes, Rob, happy Friday to everyone, and that's cool. Luna, yes, go get some food, that's important. And make sure you eat. Yeah, we'll be on for a while yet. Typically, during the weekdays, the stream only runs for a couple of hours. Or that's what I've been doing, and with the exception of Friday, I'll push it a little longer, and usually Saturday we'll do a 4-hour stream as well as Sunday. So, but anyway, please do come back and make sure you got that thing subscribed to, and then you'll see when the stream comes back online tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see you then if you have time. And for all those others just joining us, again, I am DrFox2000, Doc for short. I'm your host, and welcome to the Icelandic volcano eruption day 35, which is pretty awesome. We see quite a bit of lava that has come out of the abyss of the deep. And this stuff is coming up from somewhere around 15 to 20 kilometers down below the earth, right out of the general magma flow of the asthenosphere, coming right up through our lithosphere. So via some cracks and fissures, as they call them. So it's pretty cool stuff. Anyway, we got chocolate chip Yetis. Oh my God, chocolate chip Yetis? Oh, the post-eruption event can be amazing. I went to an area near Mount St. Helens where a small lake had been cleared by all the pumice and the ash that fell. The fish had crisp, clean water. Okay, cool. That's actually awesome. Thanks, Brian, for sharing that little tidbit. Bob, I don't think Bob's waking up. I don't know. I'm looking, trying to see if we're seeing anything from Bob. But I do see a really light area, and I'm going to scribble on here, this light area. So Bob is here, right? So like that, and Bob Jr. was there, and this is the little opening for Bob on top. Now, this stuff coming out here, I'm not sure where that's from. If that's actually flow from Rag here, because that's really pouring out, and this is Nar, Sif, and Hell over here. So, I don't know if that's what you were referring to, Kim Lambert, but I don't know where that flow is actually coming from. So when we look at the other side, of course, that area is cut off a little bit, and we don't see it. If I can go there, okay. We see it, but it's not really as prominent in this other view as what it was from the front side. It's laying over on that front area somewhere where the markings are. So it is cool, interesting, hot, cool, hot. I don't know, what do you want to call it? But this looks like a scene out of hell. Oh, Soylent Green hot dogs. Oh boy. Somebody's watched a movie too long. That's from Logan's Run, that comment, Ziho. Let's see. That's a flow from Ragnar. Okay, so yeah, so that you're thinking it's coming um, out from the backside and then flowing down into that valley. Well, it's basically all over here, so it's filling up, and that sounds about right, Jars. So I think that was Jars that said that. All right. Things are moving fast in the chat, so I can't see sometimes. But yeah, that looks pretty awesome. Yeah, Bob is over on the right-hand side. Yeah, he actually just threw out a little bit there. And if you look, you can kind of see what I'm saying there. So right up there where the arrow is pointed. Bob is working on doing his push-ups, and this is Bob Jr. So yeah, we might get some decent activity out of there yet, and they could indeed start back up and push out a whole bunch, because they've never really gone dead. They just increase and decrease, right? So that's pretty cool. Two different. Oh, okay. Soylent Greens. All right. So I got it wrong. Oh my God. So which one did Soylent Greens, the other one, come from then? What movie was that? IRS from movie. Okay. Soylent Green. All right. I'll have to investigate that. Interesting. I'm inspiring to be a chef. Logan's Run thing was renew. Yes, you go in the big carousel and start floating up and get zapped. I could see how people would just love to be lining up to make that happen. What do we? Whoa, trying to get going here. Yeah. Okay, Kim. Yeah, let's not worry about that. Okay. Fried green tomatoes. Okay. Cool. Soylent Greens is the name of the movie. Oh, okay. I'll have to investigate that. I don't watch a lot of those movies, so yes, she showed it. I think we'll show it again. What was it that I showed and that you wanted to see again? Overall lava spread. Showing. Okay. Yeah, Brian, we can. I'll start looking for that here to see if I can find a little bit more on that. Okay. All right, what happened to my things here? Okay, I'm trying to watch too many things all at the same time here, so it doesn't work. Lava flow. That's not the one I want. This one. Okay. I'm just going to push this map here for a second, then we'll look for the other one. Okay, so this was what we had. just recently here. So hopefully, this was on 2 days ago, I guess. So we assume that things have progressed, and we'll have another one here shortly, I think. I gotta check my email. I think Rob did send me one, or said he was going to. Maybe tomorrow we'll send. He'll send me one for this. So anyway, that was kind of the gist of this, and we're thinking we're going to get some flow coming down. Oh, why is my crayons aren't working again? Oh, maybe I should turn them on. Ha! That always helps. If we get some flow going down on the bottom here, that's really the area that we want to look at. And right in there, that should be a spot where we see some lava falls. If the guys get a camera set up there as this starts going down there, it'll be real cool to be able to watch. I'm not sure how steep the gradients were on the other side here. In this area. Oh, made a square. All right. But it didn't look like the lines were too steep here, even though this is a fairly deep crevasse. But the down on the south end, things were going to get going a little bit better. So I'm dying to see once it gets out this bottom end, if it heads that way. I really want to see that. I think it should be cool. Anyway, looking at the quick map here, so on the basically your north end, this guy over here, Maridalish, 7.7 million cubic meters, so million meters cubed capacity, or I should put a 2 there. Okay, so it's got a lot of space to store a lot of that lava. But if we get the flow to continue this way, then we may not see as much over in Maridalish to the northeast. So it's going to be interesting, and I don't know if it's going to climb over this. It's got a little bit of elevation. Same with here. It looks like 20, 40, 60 meters to climb. It may have a better chance of this here before it does here, right? But this one is already coming out. So that flow is what we're going to expect to see what goes down here. So tomorrow's stream will have the updated maps for sure to see exactly where everything is, and we'll have more time to prepare. So hopefully you guys can be patient for that. 2 more likes. What do we need? 2 more likes. Oh, to get us up to 100. Yeah, somebody hit that like button. If you're liking this stuff, please do that. Ziho, good night. Take care. And go eat a hot dog and go to bed. Thanks for coming. Mark Blue is the moderator, basically a chat referee. Yeah, don't be mean to the moderators. Yeah, Dr. Fox using that map, you can chart where the cameras are. Oh, yeah, actually we can go back to that for a second. Oh, that's the wrong place. Here. Okay. So from the cameras, the one cam is sitting somewhere over here, and that's the one we were looking at the back side, and it's pointed somewhere about there. Then we've got the other camera. I think it was somewhere over here. They did move it up higher to higher ground, so it may be up here now. And that was looking kind of this way, capturing probably, well, I should say about there to there, that kind of thing. So that's about where that one is looking. And then the other one that we were looking at, I believe they stuck that over. I'm not sure, but I think it's over here somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look at the other one where we had the actual cameras. No, that's not what I want to do. Okay. I need to get rid of my screen scribble. I'll be back in a second here. I don't see a... Did someone put him to sleep? No, if you scroll back to 6:52 or whatever your clock, but at 52 minutes there he spoke last, so about 2 minutes ago. The blue is the new lava area. Yep, it was. Let me get back to that screen if I can. And we'll clear that off. Okay. We'll push it live. Now that was the new lava area 2 days ago. Okay, so it's pushed up a little bit more. Come on, you can go live. I could swear I pushed that button. Okay. So when you're looking at that, we'll go back to it. I created a map that can assure you it's new lava and not a forecast. Okay, so this is the actual lava flow that was there. So that makes sense, Rob, definitely. So I'm guesstimating. I would guesstimate that we're probably increased a little bit here. You know, depending on what it is, and it's probably going to start pushing out soon, and we're probably already down here into the pouring into Meridalish as well. So that's what I'm guesstimating, guys. But we'll see tomorrow once Rob sends me that new one. That'd be great, and then we can have a look at it and see how we compare. So, okay, we've been on 2 hours here, or well, 5 minutes more, and it'll be on 2 hours. I am going to take another break and to save my voice and my sanity, and I will be back in about 5 minutes, guys. So please don't go away, and hey, no stealing any of this lava. It's Icelandic property. Okay, I'll be back in a few. I'm DrFox2000. Thanks, guys. Don't go away. Okay, I'm back. I turned the microphone back on, and as you probably seen, I scribbled on the screen again, so just so everybody has their whereabouts and positioning. And Bob is off to the left side here, not visible. Okay. And the other two that we're not seeing is in that direction, and that's the dead ones, which is Flo and Ulf. Okay, there we go. So that's the layout right now. Thanks for the names in order. Okay, well, you're welcome. Hopefully that helps out and people understand. Now, Kim, please remember these names are what we're using as identifiers, and kind of in the community, everybody's doing that, but these are not official Icelandic names for these vents and so on. So there's already been some 350 submissions, and they're doing some selections out of that to name these properly. So if there's anyone from Iceland here, don't be offended by what we're doing. It's just for the purposes of identifying these things. Too bad they didn't name that Ragnar and Rock. Then we can look for Thor. Okay, or is that Thor? A Thor subject? That could be a very Thor subject. Oh, God. Bad humor. Anyway, I was going to back that other video back up here, and as soon as I figure out where the heck my screen is, I will try to replay that for you guys one last time here before we depart for the day. We're getting 2 hours and 30 minutes now, or 3 minutes I should say. We will run for a while yet, so fear not. And I figure at least a half an hour, maybe an hour more, we'll see. So anyway, I'm gonna push this other video, so I've kind of started it at right at 8:11:54, so you guys can see what happens there, and pay attention to the little spot that's to the right, kind of right in between Rag and Nar. So here we go, and it'll get going. Come on, go. There we go. So, and I better hit that play button. Okay, so it's going, and you watch that center block in that whole lava. The whole thing just slides down. Here we go. It's starting to move, and you can start seeing it flow, and the under parts of it are decaying, and then we are getting extra flow from Nar, and that's pushing that whole thing downward. And this is really cool. So the new Bob for now. Yes, Joris, you're right. That's what we're looking at. That is exactly what we're looking at. So that's pretty cool. I just wanted to run that and show you guys, for those who didn't see it earlier. And I'll put on the brakes on this one, and that was pretty cool watching that. So we'll throw it back on our front view, and as I mentioned earlier, this camera has been moved up the hill somewhat. They had it shut down for a while. I don't know if it was because of maintenance or whatever, but they did have to move it. I think it's because it's starting to get a little warmish down below. And me see what other. Yeah, I just wanted to look at the far back view, and it's actually fairly quiet from over on the other side. So what we can see, actually center screen would be flow, the one with the V in the top that's not emitting anything, and that vent is now dead, and Ulf is sitting just behind it on the right hand side. So, and then the next one that you see that's lit up is to the right side is Hell, and then Sif. So Hell looks like it's pouring out on the front side, as well as Sif, of course. And we'll throw it back onto the other view here, and we can see Bob smoking over on the right hand side, and the rest of the action from everybody else. So it's all cool. Old Nick, welcome. Bass and Pickerel Slayer. Badumst? What? Okay. I guess, not sure if that's, it's daylight again? Oh, no. In some places it gets dark. Over there in Iceland, it is about 8 minutes after 1 a.m. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Anyway, if you're just joining us, I am DrFox2000. I am your host. I'm an amateur geologist as well as a prospector. I go out digging for gold and other precious stones. I do like going down into the kimberlites, which are dead volcano vents, looking for quartz and seams of quartz, which usually contain very fine seams of gold. So it's interesting. In 2 hours, it's going to be a sunrise in my area. 2 hours already. Holy Batman, that's pretty cool. Actually, our sunrise is getting earlier and earlier. Days are getting longer and longer. So I look forward to the time where we only have 5 hours of nighttime, or when the sun sets here. It sets for about 5 hours, and we truly only get about an hour of real darkness in the middle of the night. And that's because we're at about 53 degrees latitude where I am here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, 4,000 miles away from the volcano. So anyway, let me get back into the chat. I think there may have been some new ones. Procon, they need to bring sleds for the kids. Oh boy. Yeah, if you wanted to get rid of the kids, that would be a real quick way of doing it. But no, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. You have claimed your first victim? Oh, I haven't claimed anybody. Okay. Oh, I'm off to bed for the night, docs. What? Mellifluous baritone has rendered me soporific. All right, fine. Fine, Trojan pony. You go to bed. Have a good night. All right, I'm not singing anybody any lullabies though. Forget that, okay? Then I stop it right there. My singing voice is not as good as my talking voice by any means. Anyway, yeah, Procon, glad you like it. We like to have a little bit of fun here, and we try to keep interactive with the audience because this is really where the knowledge base comes from as a collective group of people in here, and everybody is welcome to, throw in their little bits to help out and help in the understandings. I don't claim to be any kind of an expert. I do have a fairly good understanding and knowledge base of how the systems work, and it's always hard to say or point fingers to, hey, this is happening there because you're not actually on the ground, right? So boots on the ground helps a whole bunch, and like I said before, I'm 4,000 miles away. Um, so it helps when we have our other good people letting us know what the scoop is on site, kind of thing. Good evening, status quo. Also, good evening to Anthony or Antonine. I'm sorry, Anton. Okay. Anyway, good evening. I'm sorry if I messed that name up. How scientists can figure out there is a 400-kilometer pillar of magma under this by ultrasonics or doing seismic testing. Um, just like what we do here in Alberta for when they want to look for oil deposits. What they'll do is they'll set up a whole string of seismic sensors, and then they'll have what's called a thumper, and it sends a shock wave into the ground, and you've got all these sensors connected, and this is on a temporary basis, and they each pick up uh, the vibration after it comes back, or echo, if you will, and it is Antoine. Okay, I got it, Antoine. Thank you. I can do that one. Um, but either way, I'm fine. Okay, Antoine, thank you for clarifying that. Anyway, back to figuring out how they know that there is that chamber. So, by using seismic, I'm not sure what they're actually calling it now, but here they basically use a unit called a thumper, and um, it tells you what's down there, and you can actually look at the maps, and it creates with what they've got, it creates the maps that you can actually see where there's empty chambers and where you have liquid, different types of liquid. Where you have your water, where you have your oils, and that kind of stuff. So, and of course, the further down it is, though, the harder they have to thump. Okay, and what they used to do here, there's several different units that they had. The ones for the deeper depths, what they used here were they'd bore a hole to, I think it's like 100 feet or something, and then they actually place a charge down at that point, and then they let that charge go. And again, they've got those same seismic sensors set up in big long strings, and they're catching everything that comes up as far as the rebounding vibration or echo, if you will, and they're able to map out what's down there. Now, I don't know about the exact 400 kilometer range, if they can actually see that, but um, now if you put into perspective, our lithosphere is going to be 150, 200 kilometers thick in Iceland, that type of area. So to go down, below that is going to take a little bit, for signals, especially if you have a moving magma down below, right? So that once you're through the lithosphere, so 100, 200 kilometers, then you're getting into the upper portion of the asthenosphere, which is solidified to a degree, but it's still very hot. Okay, and now in there, that's actually where that chamber starts, or the plume starts to build up, is in that. Now, if that came up further, then we'd have more action, but we've got basically stringers coming up, or vents out of that, shooting up through the cracks and creating what we see on the screen. So I hope that kind of helps. Okay, Caltech 1200 wasn't really a wall of solid rock. It appeared to be, though, was made of an accumulation of lava splatter. So very unstable. It was molten lava within, okay, hell, yeah, basically, yeah, that's that the flow when it flowed away here. Yeah, I can probably go back, show that again real quick, just so you guys see that. If I had it in the right place, double check here. And I think, oh, there we go. And we'll let that shoot through. You can see in there how that center piece just, if you watch underneath it, it actually melts from underneath as it flows through. So it just basically cooks it and turns it back into liquid, right? So that's kind of what it's looking at. Anyway, 1200 degrees, enough to cook that stuff pretty good. Okay, we'll throw it back on here. And thank you for the input. Okay, Antoine, you're welcome. And I will answer that, Caltech. Yes, it is Celsius, roughly around 1800 Fahrenheit. So it's a little bit on the liquidy side. If it was 1200 Fahrenheit, it would be a lot more solidified. Definitely. But it's just like any other metal, or certain things, glass and whatever, silica, sand. You need that higher temperature to get it going, and I think we turn sand into globules at about 800 C. So anything above that, it starts to liquefy. Yes, absolutely. The more yellow it is, the hotter it is. So as it cools down, it loses its light, if you will. Temperature goes down and we're all happy. Then a few million years from now, it will be cool as a cucumber, and you can have lots of fun with it. Anyway, I'm just noting some stuff right out in front of Bob here. We certainly don't see much coming out of the top, but we do see an ember in there, so that's always cool. But as far as Bob Jr., pretty much non-existent, and that used to be sitting right in here. Every once in a while he lights up, but we're not seeing too much. And on the back side here, that's the back side of Bob, the flow, or the light spots you see back there, that's because of the flow coming around from the area in the front here. So that is probably from rag or nar, or a combination thereof, and it may be also from from Bob, whatever's still flowing underneath that we can't see, right? So if it stops flowing now, this place is going to cool down. Yeah. Um, the area that is going to take the longest to cool down is going to be in here, because the depth here now, it's definitely increased, because if I recall correctly, we were about 180 meters was the height of Bob, 180 meters or something like that. When sorry, had to cough there. I don't know if it was taller than that. If anybody had any information on heights, that would be something that I'm really interested in to see. But the height that we had originally, from floor to, or the floor of the valley to the top of the lava flow, they had about 60 meters. And that was, I think, on the 25th day. So, and that's fairly close to Bob, though. So down in this area here, it would have been a little bit less, but that has now built up. So that in itself is probably 60 or so meters deep now in this lower area where my funny looking shape is. And this area here too, where all the active flow is going, that was the corner of the valley, so that's now filling up as well. And you can bet that everything is going to level off. You know, it's all going to come around and level off to a very tall or higher height. And as you were saying about it cooling off, it's going to take years to cool. I wouldn't want to be walking on top of that lava flow anytime soon at all. You know, it's very, very dangerous that way. So 16 meters, I think. Okay. So that's on the edges, or that's coming out, the stuff that's coming out from the other ones. Like I say, I'm not sure how tall lava height, or height of lava fluctuates. Okay. Okay, so it is about 50 meters thick. Yeah. One thing I did notice, so when we had that little null or lull in activity, about a week ago or a week and a half ago, 10 days ago, that had been, as it cooled some, you could definitely notice the difference of the flow patterns and how it actually dropped. And actually, I think that was just right prior to the fissure opening up a bunch of the new vents, right? And you could really notice the difference of the valley, that it sank probably by 5 meters or something like that, if not more. So it was pretty cool. Hype System Inc. All 6. What? Okay, I was going to say that doesn't look right. Gone. Okay. Okay, so that's just the average. In the deepest places, I think it's going to be between 50 and 100 meters. Yes, Jarvis, that's probably, getting closer to the vents up by Bob. We know right behind Bob, too, it was fairly steep on the backside there. So I wouldn't doubt that's about what it is, somewhere 50 to 100. And yeah, hype systems, please don't do that again. or it won't just be deleted, okay? We are fair people. We let people talk, but let's try to stay on the subject matter. Okay, back to what we're talking about. So, Bob is coughing. No, that was me coughing. Of course, yes, I did see that Bob Jr. had a little bit of a eruption, and you can see some light here, and you can see some light on top. So, Bob's got a crooked smile. All right, guys. I know, funny, funny. Okay, there we go. Had to run your dogs back now. Okay, good. Glad you did that, Arizona snowman. Yeah, when we're looking at the bright spot, that little bright spot is actually, that is Bob Jr., right? So if you look, you can see at the top, this is the original vent and this is the second vent. But it has built up here. So this is what I was saying about, if it slows down, it has opportunity just to splat out little bits at a time, and that's not flowing away from all the massive ejection that you have. So it allows it to sit there and build and build and build. And of course, it's still going to force up the lava out, and it'll continue to increase in height. And if it's more active, it's like the footage that we watched earlier from NAR, where basically it gets so active that it melts down the base of the walls, and they get a little, basically the little nail hole in the dam, and that allows it to start flowing and gets out of there very quickly. Okay. 2 vents, Antoine. Yes, Bob always had 2 vents. Actually, when Bob originally started, Bob had 3 vents, right? But the 2 are what we were seeing now. I'm noticing a very large increase in brightness here up in the front area. So we have a little bit more lava, fresh lava flowing underneath that we're not seeing on top. So we've got a lot of layers of cooler material, and some lava tubes forming underneath there, allowing it to flow into that front area now. I think Bob has a tunnel where the lava is flowing out, and maybe place in front of it. Yeah, I would think so. What you're seeing there, Jarvis, is that stuff right there, right? And there has to be some kind of a tube underneath there to get it out there. I'm also wondering if, because we had into this area, we had some kind of a tube going, because we had it, I think it was yesterday, where we also had some visibly showing in this area. So, okay. Yeah, it, when you have that hot lava sitting there and it's got some movement, the overburden, if you will, or the top stuff actually cools down and solidifies somewhat. And if that's allowed to flow, it finds the lava that's below it finds a weak spot, and it's allowed to flow. They literally make tubes, and those tubes are super interesting because you have those on the moon as well. Good night, Sue Hayes. Thank you for coming, and I really appreciate you being here, and hope to see you on tomorrow's stream if you can. And always enjoy having you here. Okay. There are ancient lava tubes in Iceland and in Hawaii. Actually, there's Antoine. There's ancient lava tubes in many, many places. Not just there. We have them here in Canada, in BC, and here in Alberta. Um, I've been hunting them. I've been looking for the spots where during its cooling it had quartz that basically, as it coagulated and cools down to about 600 C, the gold seems to flow very nicely through it and want to join itself. So it instead of being little tiny particles of gold, they seem to gather and build up in certain areas. If we can get it in English, there, do it, Harta, whatever would be nice. Please use a translator. Thank you. I can't read that. Okay. Yes, Daryl. Have you ever gone to Washington State? I have been in Washington. I have not done a lot of prospecting down there. I did do a little bit in Montana, and I thought that was very fascinating. And I did have a look at some of the volcanic fields in Idaho as well. And we definitely found some lava tubes there. So we definitely have them. James, hello from UK. Thanks for the information regarding volcanoes. You're very welcome, sir. Glad you like it. And we try to stream daily, and on occasion, well, on the weekends, I try to crank it up to about 4 hours. Typically on the weekdays, Monday through Thursday, we're kind of 2 hours is what we do in the evenings from 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or 2300 GMT on to on Saturdays and Sundays. We try to do it a little bit longer. So, but on Saturdays and Sundays we start at 12 noon Mountain Daylight Time, which is I think about 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Yeah, I can't remember. I know, sorry, 6 p.m. Icelandic time, so or 1800, if you will, GMT. So I'm going to take another little break, guys. My voice is starting to struggle, and I need to just give it a little bit of a rest, and then we'll come back and do about 26 minutes more. We'll make it a 3 hour thing tonight, so we should be good. So hi to all from Baltimore, MD, USA. Bo, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Okay, guys, I will be back in a few minutes, and don't go away. This is lots of fun. Okay, guys, just pop back here for a minute. All right, so people talking about it going to the ocean, and I think I can maybe better describe it in this other shot here. So we'll give you a better idea of the possible flow. So right now what's happening, of course, you see where our volcano is, and we've come around the backside of one of these hills here. Let me get this working the right way. And it's going to end up coming down here. Okay, so this is the area where it's very steep, and we're going to see some falls. But once it fills up a lot of this valley, it has no choice but to come out here and start heading down to where what we call the poor farmer lives. Now also, if you're looking at this name here, that's the other valley to the backside, and that's where flow was pouring into before. So we may get some of the lava flowing back into Meridalish in the back, as well as coming out front in this direction. Either case, it's going to take some time to get it there. So it's going to be a long time before we see anything happening. If I go to this one real quick, you kind of see the way this is laid out. The flow, this is already 2 days old, so our flow is probably out to here, but it's going to head down this crevasse here, and it's already flowing out into Meridalish up in the northeast here, so into this area. We're not seeing much flow here at all anymore, because these two vents, that's flow at the top and Wolf right there, basically have died out, right? So that's kind of what it is. So the length of time it's going to take depends on basically what's happening here in this area, depending on how much flow gets diverted to the north and how much will get diverted to the south. And we already know that this being 2 days old, so we've got a whole bunch more indicated here, and we'll have a look at those maps tomorrow to see what we've got. Once Rob sends them to me, it'll be interesting to see. So anyway, I'll clear that off, and we'll throw it back to a volcano and see what we can come up with. Okay, and there's our backside, and yeah, we're noticing a little bit of a puddle over here of and that's probably coming off of Bob, or Bob Jr., the lower vent. So interesting. And then I don't know, but you can also see this flow here. It may be something. Well, it looks like it's flowing in. It's coming down that way. So it's kind of neat to see that. Before we seen that was a lot lighter from the other direction, but oh boy, that's really lightened up now. Nice to see. Yeah, it is pretty awesome looking. Actually, you can actually see Rag's actual cone, if you will, or the opening to the vent now, which is pretty cool. Doc, do you have well, this is oh, hang on, wrong one. Uh-oh, we lost the camera. No, that one is frozen. Okay, I guess the other one dropped off. Hang on, let me see what the other feed is doing. We may be missing a feed. It froze up on us. Yeah, I got a frozen screen on the RUV feed. Sorry, guys. I don't know why it's frozen, but maybe they've got some trouble with the unit. Both RUV cams gone dark. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there goes. My picture just went black. So, from the feed. But we do still have the mbl.is feed here, and I'm happy that we have it. I have black screen on our, yeah, okay. Yeah, both of them seem to, both their feeds have gone, so that's too bad. Maybe they've got some transmitter issues or something. Ran out of energy? Well, actually, they were there. They moved them today, right? They moved the one camera up the hill. So I was watching when the guys were filling up the gas and stuff. So I'm kind of surprised if it cratered out. Bad pun there, but if the generator cratered, wouldn't there still be some battery juice left? The installed solar panel, yeah. On these, they have two, I think it's 100 or 120 watt panels on each one of them. And they had warned earlier today that the feed would go down at some point. Yeah. But Rob, from what my understanding was, they had the generator there as well as the batteries and the solar panel. So you need to say goodbye. Okay, Caltechy, you have a very good evening. And thanks for coming back again. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully you can join us for tomorrow's stream. Again, from about noon Mountain Daylight Time to about 4 p.m. Long haul is black. Okay, so yeah, they're all they've died out. Anyway, yeah, if you want to join us tomorrow for the stream, I'm going to be packing this in here myself in about 12 minutes or so. So that'll be the 3-hour mark, and I really do appreciate all you guys that are here. RUV cameras are working again. Are they back up? Because I'm still not seeing a feed. Jarvis. And I'm looking at the YouTube side, or am I on? Yeah, I'm on the YouTube portion of it. If I go directly to their site, let me see if I can manage to get myself back there. Okay, Kim, you pay attention to the wife. Happy wife means happy life, right, buddy? I'm not seeing it either. Okay, guys are on our real heroes. Was cool to see them work today. Yes, Cookstern, they did a bang up job getting things going again. Both still dark there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting anything yet. I'm still on the one. I've still got the frozen picture. It pops back up and then drops again. So I don't know what they've got going on there. If they've lost power or something is wrong with the transmission. Only people allowed to be on site right now are police and mountain rescue. No one around them to man the cameras. Yeah, that's yes, absolutely. So after 2300, they weren't. They still had the safety area cordoned off to get all the tourists out. So, and that lasts till sometime late in the morning. I think 10 or something like that, if I recall correctly. The main one did pop up for a few seconds. Yes, I'm watching it as well, and it went black again. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that that happened, but it's okay. Hopefully, they'll get things up and running for tomorrow's stream, and we're just about done here for tonight anyway. They've done a good job with what they had, and I do appreciate them. So, again, this one that we're still watching now is the mbl.is stream. Just so you understand, these are the public streams from Iceland. So it's all cool. I'm sure they'll get things going by tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to see some more excitement. I wouldn't mind seeing a few more volcanoes fall apart. Oh, they brought it back up for a second on the other one, but it's not moving. It's still that frozen picture. So at 0152 was the time on it. 0152:19 on the clock. So we'll see if it changes any. Did you hear? Yes. Okay, I did say my time will be 12 noon, which is mountain daylight time. Or if you're looking at your GMT clock, that should be 1800 GMT or 6 p.m. For those not liking 24-hour clocks. I'm okay either way, and it doesn't matter for the clocks. When I was doing my ham radio stuff, everything was always in GMT anyway, so you kind of based that way, and you didn't worry about the other stuff. Although I don't have my clocks on the wall, I used to have 4 different clocks for 4 different time zones, and it helped out a bunch. So. Good night, denizens of the volcano. Denizens of the volcano. Okay, I guess that's what we are. Good night, MG. Take care and have a good one. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Wonder if they thought about geothermal energy. I mean, heating is right there. Thomas, I thought that they had all kinds of geothermal heating and stuff going on there already with their power generation and so on. And I think that's actually a very cool way of generating power, because it's basically clean energy, right? You're not going to be polluting anything. I'm not talking about the volcanoes, but I'm talking about sticking pipes down in the ground and sending cooked water back up and using it for steam heat and so on. Cook Stern, yeah, we do enjoy doing our thing, and it is a lively chat, and it's a very interactive chat. So we have a bunch of good people in here, and I'm very thankful for that. And I think that's one of the things that we've seemed to cultivate in this already here. Out of the 35 days that we've been running the stream, and we had You know, some days the peak was 1,027 the one night, and you know, so we've had our big days and our little days, but on average, out of all of those streams that I've run now, all 35 of them, we've actually only got 2 people banned. Okay, so you know the rest are very good people, and you get the idiots out there that come along once in a while and think they can do other things, and I feel sorry for them, but it is what it is, and you know, typically first thing that the mods will do is if depending on how harsh it is or whatever, they'll give you a gentle warning, and after that it's a slight timeout, and then third time it's like good night, you're out. But we try not to do that, you know, because we want everybody to partake, and the more people you have, the better off you are, right? So anyway, I won't catch up streams next week. We'll be at work. Okay, well, Jarvis, you can always peruse back through them in the evenings or whenever you're not working, and be able to see, because all the streams are recorded on the channel, and I do have them all in order of, you know, what day they were recorded. So it kind of gives you a good shot at some highlights anyway, if you wanted to step back and look, especially if something really cool happens. So anyway, there's always that option. And we're getting down to the last 3 minutes, guys. So for those who are still here, and there's some new ones that popped in here, I am DrFox2000. You can call me Doc. I am an amateur geologist, as well as I am a prospector. Go out digging for gold and things like that, and really enjoy doing things like streaming volcanoes. Well, I love looking at volcanoes, and that's obviously why I like streaming them, and also get into things like plate tectonics. So all of this kind of stuff all works together, and it's that nerdy science stuff that we like to do outdoors. So we're not the bookworm in the lab. I'm a kind of a guy who likes to be out and about. Anyway, yeah, Bo, you're welcome, definitely. So I'm going to say good night to everyone, and again tomorrow, 12 noon Mountain Daylight Time. Now this is all dependent on work, because I am on call. Okay, guys, so we all have to take it with a grain of salt, but we're going to shoot for 12 noon Mountain Daylight Time, and we'll yeah, we make nerds look cool. You betcha. Right, Rob. So 1800 GMT for those on the other clock, and you all take care. Kim, get your pencil ready real quick. It's you want to write it down. DrFox at shaw.ca, as in SHAW.ca. Okay? Hopefully you got that. All right, so on that friendly note, I'm going to put my end screen thing here saying good night, everybody. Thank you for viewing and all that, if I can find it. Oh, maybe it's not on this one, so I'll have to I'll find it real quick and import it. Let's see what we can come up with. Oh, why is this thing not working now? All right. Okay, there I go. I got it on coming on the screen here, so we should be good. And on that friendly note, thank you everyone. Thank you to my mods. Morgan, excellent. And Rob, thank you. And everyone else out there, you all have a good night, good day, and good morning or good evening wherever you are. And take care, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.